In this video, I will explain how to use the controls for the cinematic camera mod that I scripted. To enter the cinematic camera mode, you just have to press right control on your keyboard. You'll get this message that shows the controls for both the keyboard and Xbox controller. As you can see, I can now move the camera around in a cinematic way. What you see happening is the camera is spinning around on a set XY axis. The XY axis is always set to the XY position of your character when you first enable the cinematic camera. So essentially you're spinning around in a circle like on a carousel. You can increase the radius of the circle by holding down E or Q, as it will move you further away or closer to the axis. Holding down A or D will cause you to spin. Once you start spinning, you don't have to keep the buttons held down to keep spinning. In fact, the longer you hold down the buttons, the faster the spin will be. So be careful not to hold it down for too long or you will get a ridiculous speed. You can slow the spin back down by holding the other key down, and if you hold it down long enough, you will spin in the other direction. Holding W down will cause the camera to rise, and it works the same as the spin, in which the longer you hold it down, the faster you will rise. Holding S down will slow down the rise speed and will lower the camera. If you want to change the XY axis that you are spinning around, you can use the arrow keys. The up key will move it north, down will move south, right will move east, and left will move west. You can also adjust the field of view with the mouse wheel. Sometimes having a lower field of view will make for a better cinematic shot. Now, since this spin and altitude will move automatically, I made it so you can be paused by pressing spacebar. To unpause it, press spacebar again and it will continue to move at the same speed it did before you paused it. Now, when the spin and altitude are paused, hitting WASD keys will still move the camera around, but it won't keep moving after unpausing the keys. This makes it easier to move the camera into the position you want it in before it starts spinning and raising on its own. You can also adjust the speed of how fast the camera will move when paused by using the left and right mouse click. Holding down left click will increase the speed and right click will decrease the speed. This will also affect the speed of changing the radius and moving the XY axis. Another way to adjust all of the camera settings is to use console to set the global variables to precisely what you want. You can just type something in like set CC spin to 5 to change the speed of the spin, or set CC spin to 0 to completely stop the spin. There are 4 globals that can be changed, as seen listed in the message box. CC rise will set how fast the camera rises, and setting a negative number will lower the camera. CC radius changes the radius that you spin around, and CC speed sets the speed for all the camera movements that don't move automatically. Finally, to exit the cinematic camera, just hit right click again, and you will be moved back to where you were when you first entered the cinematic camera mode. Hopefully this video made some sense on how to use the cinematic camera controls. The controls may seem awkward and hard to use at first, but once you get used to them, you can easily create some really nice cinematic camera shots and have fun doing it.